Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 411 podcast with Laren Gaines, featuring special guest Aisha. Please follow, like, comment, share, and subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube at Laren Gaines. Text Laren at 609-738-0611. Thanks. Enjoy the show.
What's up, y'all? What's going on? How are y'all feeling out there? Welcome to the 411 podcast. So, what's up, Desi? Honestly Vegan. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for hanging in there on TikTok with me. And I see SOS out there. I see Carol out there. How are y'all doing out there? People on Facebook. And if you were on Twitter, YouTube, drop it in a comment so I can see where you're coming from and let me know what's going on. So, song of the day.
Song of the day from the 411 podcast, Lights Up by Harry Styles, from the Fine Line album, released in 2019. Song of the day.
So that actually, you triggered something, Miss Desi, when you were telling me you were listening to Harry Styles. I had actually forgot about the Lights Up song, and his song Adore Me, when that came out, or Adore You, whatever the hell it's called. But when that came out, I was definitely bumping that all last year. And then I came across Lights Up and I was like, oh man, this beat is just crazy. So definitely love Harry Styles, and I do love that Watermelon Sugar. So anybody out there that like Harry Styles, let me know. But I definitely was really feeling that. So yeah, song of the day, Harry Styles, 2019, off a Fine Line album. You know, and there really is a fine line between a lot of different things. You know, they say sometimes there's a thin line between love and hate. There definitely is a real fine line in life. Really starting to figure that out. So it is actually Boy George's birthday today. So anybody remember Boy George? Anybody remember any of the songs? I think he was part of another group. Someone help me out there as far as the group that Boy George came from, but definitely a music pioneer. I mean, just think about it when Boy George came out and the stuff that he was doing and the stuff that he was wearing at that time. For him to be able to stand tall back then in late 70s, early 80s, ridiculous. So definitely got to give a shout out to Boy George, music pioneer, and definitely a pioneer on so many different levels. So yeah, there you go. Also, we have Miss Aisha coming in the building tonight. Great. What's going on, Frank? How are you? I haven't seen you in a minute out there. But Miss Aisha is coming in. Definitely going to give you something for the ladies. So I want y'all to hang around and check out, you know, the queen that's getting ready to come on here tonight on the 411. And I want to give a shout out to a few people who support the 411 podcast. Abundance and Lakeisha Moon, Seduction Spot, Vashala's Jewels, Crochet Clothing, of course, my girl Miss Desiree Covington, Kirby Dolls Boutique, Doing the Most Media, all the way from Ohio. Wow, I'm just like something else tonight. Ohio, Andrea Corral, Bethany, my girl from California. What is going on? Thank you so much for the love and support. And my friend, my sister, Miss Keisha Reed. Thank you so much from Boston. Everyone on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. Thank you so much for all of the replays. I appreciate you. New York, Philly, LA, my hometown, Trenton, New Jersey, London, Houston, Texas. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate every single thing that everyone has done. So now I want to talk about, the burning question from last night. So this one was very interesting. We had a interesting show last night. We had some technical difficulties. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Kilo. Thank you for coming on the 411 podcast. First of all, that's the first and foremost. Second, thank you so much for opening up and sharing, some real stuff that most people probably wouldn't be honest about. And, that actually had me to start thinking a little bit today. You know, we do a lot in life, but how many of us is actually really out there standing and tall with who we are and telling the truth? Like, this is who I am. This is what's going on in my life right now. And this is it. I'm not putting on no fronts. I'm not doing up anything for anybody else. I'm just keeping it real. And this is the shit that I'm going through right now. And it was real. Like, whatever we had going on last night on that podcast, it is what it is. But for somebody to stand tall and say, yeah, it's been a while since I got my hair cut. It's been a while since I got in the shower or whatever. Like, he was definitely like, a lot of people ain't going to talk like that. So I definitely got to give him props for coming on here and saying what he said, because he didn't have to do that. But the burning question was, where do you see yourself from a financial standpoint 5 to 10 years from now? And, I went on a whole little rant about, you know, I just went on a rant yesterday. I can't even explain where a lot of that stuff came from. But, based on my conversation yesterday and the burning question, here are some of the comments that I came across. So the seduction spot said, multiple successful streams of income, providing consistent incomes monthly, both me and my partner, wishing the best for everyone. And, that is a great comment because, not only are you know, speaking what you want in life, but you are actually wishing the best for everybody. So that's what's up. Thank you so much, Seduction Spot, for that. And of course, Desiree, although there are some technical issues with the audio, the guest said some things that are worth researching. You know, thank you for reminding me. Even though he kept it real, he spoke about some good stuff, and I'm glad you were able to, sit there and listen to that and pick that up. Um, yeah, thank you for the Culture Club. That was that boy George. That's what it was. I couldn't remember what it was. But Forex, crypto, and the stock market are definitely ways to invest. I invest companies I pay money into so I can use the dividends to pay them sometimes. For example, I invested in my electric company and I can use my dividends to pay one of my monthly bills if I want, and I can put money from my job towards paying off a debt or into a savings. Absolutely. People who know how to do that, I'm telling you, I had this little book when I used to do some trading, probably like 10, 15 years ago. And I wrote all my stocks down and I just closed it up in this tiny little book. What's going on, Nini? How are you? And I actually put that book on my altar. And I'm like, I got to clean up my altar. I got to get some things in order. I'm feeling like a shift is coming and I got to get my place in order. So as I'm cleaning things off and getting things off of my altar, I came across that little book again. And I'm like, this must be a sign that I need to hold on to this and start to get ready to invest. So I haven't got rid of all of my old stocks and numbers and codes and this and that. So that might be something that I'm getting ready to get back into. But thank you for that one, Desiree. Definitely appreciate you. And Miss Sylvie Davis says, definitely in a more comfortable place with having a healthy habit of not spending and saving. I used to spend money like drinking water, and now I'm learning to do better. That is what's up, too, for Sophie Davis to be able to speak like that. I'm telling you, where do you see yourself 5 to 10 years from a financial standpoint? And for me personally, I want to see myself out of all types of debt. If I'm looking at something and I want it so bad, I have to look at myself and say, you know what, Laren, you cannot afford that. So the fact that you can't afford that, I mean, you might could afford it with somebody else's money. You're not going to swipe that credit card and go ahead and have to worry about paying somebody else back plus interest because you personally cannot afford it. I don't care how big your credit line is. You right now at this moment, if you ain't got that money in your pocket right now, you don't belong spending it at all. I have got to get myself back into that self-discipline to where these credit cards and all this other BS in this world does not mean a thing to me, because if I cannot pay for it today, I don't care what it is. That includes cars, that includes whatever. This is how I'm living my life. If I can't pay for it right here today, and I'm not going to be using anybody else's money, I don't need it. So, Sophie Davis, I understand where you're coming from. I get it because I have been in and out, in and out, in and out at least 3 times in my life, and 3 strikes you are out. This is the last of it. We are done with spending and using somebody else's money. So, with that being said, y'all, we are all set and ready to reach out to our special guest, Miss Aisha.
Hello.
What's going on? Welcome to the.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Welcome to the 411. What's up? What's up?
Nothing. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. Um, Checking out. Going on with you. So, where are you calling from?
Um, I reside in Sumter, South Carolina.
All right. So we've been in the Carolinas for a minute. So that's what's up. South Carolina. What's going on? I get them all confused. Like Nene, where do you live? I think you live somewhere around there. I have no idea where you live, whether it's north, south. I forgot. So someone says that they live in North Carolina, I'll turn around and be like, "Oh yeah, and you live in South Carolina," and vice versa. So if you ask me
Yeah.
tomorrow where was the guest coming from, I probably would end up saying north.
No, I'm from the South. It's not far though.
So yes, so Miss Aisha, let us know, you know, your business name. I know you run a
Okay.
business.
I do. My business name is Exquisite Lux Extensions, and I make custom wigs, and I sell raw bundles as well as virgin bundles.
Okay. So now, how big is, I know that the beauty supply and hair and all of that stuff for women, I know that that is extremely crazy before the pandemic. So when this whole situation happened, did that help your business or did it hurt your business? And the only reason why I'm asking you that is because once we were forced to stand down and stay home, a lot of people started to get real creative and come up with different things, and a lot of people were duplicating the same thing. There's several businesses out there that are making, for example, head wraps. Jetta from my rap tribe was one of the first companies that I came across. And of course, there's so many out there. Um, Even from my aspect, I started a podcast. So many people were stuck and they had to turn on their creative, juices and vibes, and tons of podcasts came out. So tons of everything came out, whether you did nails, whether you did this or did that. So, all right, I'm gonna shut up now.
That's actually a great question because I actually started my business when the pandemic hit, because I originally had a commercial cleaning business, and of course, all the buildings and stuff were closing down. So I didn't really get into the COVID cleaning. So that's how my hair business was born.
Wow. That's real scary, but it's also real bold, because there are so many people that have been doing it, well before you have. And to try to come in
Correct.
at such a crazy time, that definitely is a big risk.
So, yeah, it was a leap of faith.
And how has things been going?
It actually has been doing really, really good. I was very surprised at the outcome of it when I first started. And cleaning and hair are two different industries, so I kind of had to relearn the industry as far as marketing, talking to the customers, so forth and so on. So it's been different, but it's been fun. I wouldn't change a thing.
And I know where you got all of that information from, because you said you owned your own commercial cleaning business.
Yeah.
So, and how long have you had that business? You still have it?
Yeah, I still have it. I have a lot of smaller contracts, and I've been doing that since 2018.
Wow. Okay. So you definitely been doing it. So you've been working by yourself for a very long time. Prior to opening up your own business, what did you do prior to that?
Well, I'm still a full-time employee for Blue Cross Blue Shield, the insurance. So I'm still in the 9 to 5 as well. I've been working all my life since I was 16. So I'm always going to find something to do.
So you are a true hustler. You got multiple streams of income coming from 3 different, directions. So that's what's up.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it.
Now, I know it's not easy. There are some days that you probably just want to quit one of them, right?
Definitely. But you have those moments. I go by the 5-second rule, where if that comes in my head, I'll count from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'll think about my why, and then I'll just snap right out of it.
So amazing that you just said that, because I was thinking of that too. I needed to get myself together a little bit, because I have my little moments as well. But one thing that I have not been doing, I've not been doing that 5-second rule. And I've been playing some old records. Sometimes I go back and I play some old records, and it's like, all right, well, we cool now. We obviously understand how to get through some of the things we've been through, because we're still here and making it. But why do you allow yourself to play those records? It's like, if things aren't good for you, even though that you're stronger than what you were before and you know how to get away from it, you're still sitting there too long. You know what I'm saying? You still, so like you said, the 5-second rule, to stop that stuff immediately. I probably let that stuff play on for about a good minute. And that's a minute too long and can do too much damage, and to make your brain start to go in a different direction.
Right. Try the 5-second rule. I read that in a book. I can't remember the book I read it in, but try it.
I already tell you on a different level. We definitely gonna have some fun tonight here. So what's one of your biggest products that you sell? What are you most proud of? Anything that's on promotion? Any sales that you have going on for your company?
One of my biggest products is the bring your own bundles, and that's where you can mail me in your hair, or you can bring me your hair, and I create your custom unit. It'll be fitted for your head specifically. You don't have to use any glue. You don't have to style or anything. Once you receive it, all you have to do is protect your natural hair and put the wig on and go. That's my best selling item.
So now all different colors, lengths.
I can do color, but it can be any length.
Okay. I don't know anything, so this is your thing here. You let me know what's going on.
Yeah. What happens is they'll send me an inspo picture or what they're looking for, and then at that point I'll let them know whether that's something I can recreate or come close to it, and we kind of go from there. So that's how that works.
What's the hottest? What's the most popular color that you see that gets mailed in?
Natural black or jet black.
Surprise. I would think that it would be like a red or blonde or brown.
my audience are I would say like not corporate, but kind of corporate. So they're not really into color.
Mhm.
They're more so the brunch ladies, the 9 to 5, women conferences and stuff like that.
And now these wigs, they can take them off. What's going on, Sylvia? How are you? They can take them off.
Yeah, they can take them on and off at night
Well,
to
then they need to be
get their natural hair.
they need to be mailing in 2 bundles then, because they need one for when they go, like you said, the lunch ladies and all that stuff. They know how to cut up too. They got a different side when they get home and take all them, and they
They
need
know how to cut up.
yeah, and they need that other wig that they put on when they're ready to entertain.
Yeah, that's jazzy. Now that's jazzy. I can see that.
Oh, they need 2. They need the one where they get ready to go and serve the lunch, and then when they get home behind closed doors, they need to have their other one.
Yeah, I can see that. I have wigs for different occasions, so I can see that.
Oh man. So you got a midnight drive wig, or are you married?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know.
Are you married?
I got them on. No.
Oh, so you got your midnight drive wig. So you know what midnight drive is?
I think I have an idea, but tell me, what is it?
Well, I'm a huge Mary J. Blige fan, and I reference a lot of her music and stuff. And midnight drive is basically where she's trying to get to her baby, and it doesn't matter what's going on. She's packing up her clothes, she's leaving, she's trying to do whatever she has to do to get to her baby. And it's basically like this got him going crazy because the sex is bananas. You know, he just want to spoil me and watch me have a tantrum. You know, to hear Mary talk like that, it's like, all right. And basically I'm going to give him what he wants, whether I'm twisted or I'm sober. So to hear my girl talk like that, I'm like, yeah, that's my joint right there. So when that comes on and Mary start rapping in the beginning, you know, we know it's on. So, but yeah,
I got one for those occasions. Mm-hmm.
Midnight drives. How many of y'all out there have done some midnight drives and you come creeping back home at like 4, 5, 6 in the morning?
I'm sure everybody can relate to that.
Oh man. So go ahead and let us know where we can get these wonderful wigs and bundles and everything else that you got going on. So are you on Facebook? Of course you're on Instagram. Where else are you at?
My Instagram is Exquisite Lux Extension. And it's the same on Facebook. You guys can click the link in my bio, which goes directly to my website, or if you have questions or concerns, my DMs are always open, and I actually have a hairline, and that number is 803-468-0558. You can just shoot me a text, and I'll be able to answer any questions that anyone may have.
That is what's up. That is amazing. That's probably one of the first time that I've heard something like that. So go ahead and give them that phone number one more time.
Okay, the number is 803-468-0558.
And with that phone number, what can they do again?
They can text me if they have an inspo picture where they want a wig made, or they just have a question about wigs or bundles in general. I'll be able to answer the question, because I know that a lot of people have before they purchase, and I feel like that direct contact is better for.
Now, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I love all of this information that we are giving you on the 411 podcast. And I love each and every one who has come on the show. But, you know, we are actually getting into something that we're giving stuff back to people, put it that way. So, you know, Angelique came on the other night, gave you nothing but knowledge and took us in a different direction. And now you're here tonight giving something for the ladies. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. And I want this type of stuff coming on a 411 podcast. So if you know anybody who's interested, I am booking up now for November, and I really want to book up real quick. So I do book up real quick, actually, but I really want to get this thing booked up for November. And then, of course, we're going to get into December. And then I'm going to shut it down and take some time to focus and get ready for the next year, 2020. So get in now while you can, because who knows when you'll get on there. But thank you, Aisha. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
So
Thank
now,
you. Thank you for having me on.
so now with that, I want you. I know you're a business person. A lot of people don't get this. They don't understand that sometimes we got to book things in advance. Sometimes we got to book, almost 6 months to a year, and you got to plan accordingly.
True.
So I need people who come on and they
True.
be like, "Oh, I forgot that I had to come on the podcast." And I just want to say, what type of business person are you? Like, where's your calendar? How far ahead are you planning your business that you don't know that you made an appointment with me 2 to 3 months ago? Like, you can't even see that for business. I'm a little concerned. I get sometimes, but I
Right.
try to be nice. But what I'm trying to say is maybe you should book now. Maybe you should take this little hint. Maybe you should book now because I have a feeling that the December podcasts are going to be out of control with a lot of businesses.
Yeah.
So that, once we hang up here today, you probably want to secure your spot for Christmas. And trust me, businesses right now, they're thinking about Christmas. And I know it sounds so crazy because summer's here, but that's exactly what owning a business is.
Right. You got to plan ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, so that's my advice for you. So with that, are you ready to get into these burning questions?
Come on, I'm ready. What you got for me?
Okay. So yesterday I had an opportunity to sit with some family. We had a little get together and I had a lot of my cousins around me. And I will tell you that this session, the burning questions right now, is going to be the cousins edition. So because these ladies, and they were all ladies, were absolutely crazy. And I don't even know if my other cousin is out there. I don't see her out there tonight. But these questions are out of control. So just know that all of this comes from my family. I just want to let y'all know that. But Burning Questions is a segment where basically we flip the interview. And now we're getting into real life situations. It might be something that I'm going through. It might be something you're going through. He's going through. She's going through. Uncle, cousin, brother, sister, whoever. This is Burning Questions. And I would appreciate if each and every one of you out there can drop it in the comments and let me know exactly where you're coming from and how you could relate as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's time for Burning Questions.
So again, I told y'all this is the cousins edition. So we got 3 burning questions tonight, and they're coming from 3 different cousins, which they're all out of control. Hold on a minute. A little break. I can't even believe this. A breakdown of something. Hang on. Just hang on 1 minute. All right, my bad. I got too excited and was pushing the damn buttons and messed something up. But we're back. I apologize for that.
Okay.
So again, like I said, this was the cousins edition. And so again, three different questions, just so that you know what the hell was going on in the atmosphere yesterday. So this started off early in the day when I was speaking to him, and I was very pleased. And I was very pleased with the response. 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 And I was very passionate about this because I had spoke about it on, a previous podcast, but I just sat back and I listened but then you went on me saying that I wasn't talking and I was just doing too much. But anyway, so the question was, do you know anyone who uses their children as a pawn? I heard that there are some women out that basically will look at the baby dad and say, nah, you can't see him, not until you sleep with me first. Vice versa. We got the fellas out there that do the same thing, and they will offer no support, to offer no money unless the baby mama essentially, and I'm just taking responsibility from the man's standpoint. So essentially we had tricking out, the baby mamas. So double is going on people, because if they're learning how to do that stuff, I say sometimes men will take the lead, but I guess we took the lead in this, and now women basically decided to do the same thing to us in a roundabout way. So my cousin, a lot of truth about this, and we both agreed on the same page. Anybody that's been in that situation? Or you give
yes,
some
sir.
answer?
She is me. I am her. My child's father is in her life simply because I don't take it there with him. So he's not in her life. But that's just one of those things. I know all I have to do is remain a good mother to my daughter, and we'll be just fine. But yes, I definitely understand where ladies are coming. Father isn't in their child's life because they just don't want to, do that anymore.
And I tell for the women who are trying to do the right thing, and maybe you have a trifling baby dad that's play games on you. I have to give so much respect to my cousin. She was basically like, I don't even want your money. You know what? I don't even want your money. And since I know that you are whatever you are, I'm not gonna talk nasty. That's the part that gets me. Just because you can't stand him, because he ain't doing what you want him to do, now you want to talk greasy, about him in front of the children. That's a problem. And I just can't. I know that
you can't do that.
I know that there
not
are
the kids, but anybody in general.
Yeah, and I know that there are some petty men out there that probably act worse than women. But for me, and this is big for me since I like to run my mouth and say stuff, I just can't see myself sitting there talking bad about, my children's mother to my kids. That's crazy. You can say whatever you want to say to your friends or whoever behind closed doors or whatever, but to do that in front of the kids, oh, your dad, this and that, or whatever, that's crazy. I just don't see men doing that type of stuff. But I'm sure somebody has some example of how, I'm wrong. But for me personally,
of course.
I see women doing it more than men.
Yeah, they do it every day on Facebook, and it just grinds my gears. That's not going to help the situation. That's not helping your child. That's not even helping you, because that's putting negative thoughts and negative energy in your life versus you just doing what you got to do to take care of your child. Your child will appreciate it. When they bashing him is not going to help the situation at all.
And you know what I have to say? I used to get so upset. I used to make myself sick over the situation. One day I woke up and I said, you know what? These kids are going to get older. And if you keep standing and tall with who you are, getting up, going to work, doing the right thing, paying your child support, picking up the kids, repeat, get up, going to work, doing the right thing, paying your child support, picking up the kids, repeat. You keep doing that, you already are in your children's lives, no matter what anybody has to say. And at the end of the day, these kids get older and they are going to know what's real. And they're going to sit back and they're going to be like, oh, I remember that time when my daddy never even opened up his mouth and said anything awkward about anybody that was doing anything dirty to him. He stood tall and didn't say a word. But I watched everybody else say what they want to say about him. And that's one thing that I can give to my kids, is that I have never sat there and badmouth anything to my children at all. Absolutely not. Did not do it. Would not do it. So now we're going to get off of that because that's a little taking me to a little place. Next question. This was another cousin. Now, mind you, we having a big old function. We celebrating things for my mother and my stepfather, having a great old time, barbecue cookout style. And you got crazy at this table, you got crazy at that table, and you got crazy at another table. And all I did was just sit there and move from situation to situation. And I can call people crazy because we're all crazy. And I know I'm crazy, and I know my family is. And I wish that anybody would act like they're not. I wish y'all would act like you're not. So this was the next crazy cousin. And I'm down for this one because I love this one right here. So can I have some off of your plate? Can we share? And that's basically when you're in a relationship or you're dating somebody and they think that it's cool to go ahead and take something up off of your plate. And I already had this question a couple days ago, maybe about a week ago, a couple days to a week ago, about people eating off of my plate. I was shocked, everybody, and I was absolutely appalled when I was dating somebody, and I think we were at a Chinese store or whatever, and they were like, "What are you eating?" And I said it, and they were like, "Yeah, because I'm going to order this, and then we're going to share off of each other." Excuse me? We're not sharing off of anything because number one, I don't want what you have. That's why the hell I ordered what I did. And if you want what I have, then maybe you should change your order too. But me being basically like the only child, because my brother and sister were 10, 13 years older than me, they didn't mess with my stuff. I didn't have to worry about anybody touching my food. Like, when you grow up with your siblings real close by, someone might steal a chicken finger, you might turn your back and half of your fries gone. I didn't have that problem at all. Or y'all might get together and do the whole sharing thing. They learned how to share, my brother and sister. I didn't. It was like, this is mine and that's it, which wasn't good. I had to learn today. But bottom line is, no, you are not taking anything off of my plate at all whatsoever. Don't even come looking over here. Don't even take your fork. Don't even pick into my fries. No. So how do you feel about sharing and going on dates and stuff and that whole splitting and all that crazy stuff?
Well, I was the only child that grew up in the household, so it wasn't a lot of splitting, sharing going on. However, when I'm with my friends or whatever, I don't mind sharing. It's just one thing that I will not share with anybody. I will buy you your own. I cannot stand when people eat out my pizza box. I just don't like it. I don't want to share pizza. But other than that, you can have, I don't mind sharing.
I have a thing with drinks. I have a real problem with drinks. And when someone says, "Here, you want some?" I want to look at them like, hell no, I don't want nothing. First of all, I am not sipping up off of your straw. And please don't ask to have any of my drink ever, ever, whatsoever. Don't ask me at all. I can't stand it. Family members and all. I can't stand it. Stop asking if you can taste something that I have because the answer is no. Back in the day when I was younger and my cousins would be like, "Hey, can I have something?" I'd be like, "Yeah, take it." So basically they knew, oh shit, let me go hang around Laren because all I got to do is ask him for, some of his Slurpee or whatever. And then he going to give me the whole thing. Then after a while, I started to think, you know what, Laren, I know you were a germaphobe and this shit ain't right, but you better start learning how to tell these MFers no. And I was the youngest one. So they used to come up and take all of my shit because I basically gave it to them. They didn't take it. I gave it to them because once you put your lips on my straw, I don't want it back. And you know where I learned it from? The soda cans. You got to tilt your head back like that and then take it back down. And you think that I want that soda can after you done wrap your lips around all of that like that?
Yeah, no, you can have it.
Absolutely not. So your intake. Go ahead. You still there? I said, so your intake. What else you got on this topic?
Nothing. I'll share with you, but just don't have to love and then we good.
What's up with pizza? Is it because they touch it and they gotta break it and bend it? So how do you have pizza with people?
No, it's not even. It's like the red. I'm not sure if you eat other pizza, but Red Baron pizza.
Yeah.
It's not that big, so I just feel like if I give you peace, then it's really. it's not giving what it's supposed to give. So I don't want to share that. Like, I'll share like my Domino's or my Pizza Hut with no problem. But when it comes to like my oven pizza, that's just like a one person pizza. I can't share this with you. I'll buy you your own. So that's where that came from.
I think everybody needs to have a pizza cutter. Stop it with the ghetto BS. Everybody go and get a pizza cutter. It's not that expensive. But one thing I can't stand is when people pull apart the pizzas and now you think I'm gonna eat it after you done pulled it apart. Cut that damn pizza the right way. And also, the pizza places need to stop being lazy. They just go halfway up. No, I need you to cut that in half so that there's nobody touching anybody else's stuff.
Yeah, they do go halfway up. I can agree.
Like, get them little, the little papers that Dunkin' Donuts uses to put the donut in the bag. I think that's what people should have to break the stuff apart. That's just me.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I'm not quite sure which one of your questions this was. The Dark Knight, Ghost Whisperer. Maybe you weren't around a table at that time, but I got 3 questions, and this is the Cousins edition. And so this was all of the crazy mess on yesterday, and I took it from 3 different people. So I don't know if you're one of these, but one of them was, because I see that you're just in here, the baby dad stuff. Now I know exactly what cousin that was. That wasn't you. And then now we talked about the Sharon thing. I probably had that same conversation with that same cousin, but here we go with the last burning question, the Cousins edition. Let's go here. So this one was ridiculous. Now I know who this one's from. I mean, I'm just sitting here like, you two are really going to sit here and have this conversation. So what do you think out there? Who controls whether the woman has a boy or a girl? Is it the male or is it female? Or is it just whatever happens, happens? It's up to God and the universe as far as what happens. There is nobody who's in control of whether you have a boy or a girl. And I'm sitting here watching these fools go back and forth. No, I'm the one who's in charge of this. No, you watch what happens. Oh, it's going to be this. It's going to be that. I'm sitting here watching these fools do that. And never mind, I can't say it. And then we had we had a special guest show up. I have one cousin who basically knows how to make people appear. I don't know what happened. I had one cousin that said, "Hey, Laren, I'm going to go pick up my friend." And I'm like, well, what the hell did you have to do? Make him? Because it took you hours to go and pick him up. But so he was like the special guest. So this special guest just had all kinds of shit to say. And I'm like, well, what the hell's going on here? Like, chiming in, egging all of this stuff on. So what do you think? Male or female? Who's in charge of it?
I'm going to say God and the universe, because I've actually heard this before and I've heard different, takes on it. Some say the man, some say the woman. So I'm just going to say God and the universe. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. What's your audience think?
I heard universe as well. I see that out there. Ooh. Now I got to go back to this one question here. I don't even use the same soap or toothpaste. I have to get my own. Remember when I was talking about Sharon?
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Where I could see it as a problem with the soap, the bar soap. That's very personal.
Yeah.
And this is what I can't stand about bar soap. We off topic now again, but that's okay. You ever go to somebody's house and they don't have the soap that pumps out? And I'm like, now you think that I have to pick up this soap and go like that when all the that just drives me so crazy and freaks me out. Here we are in 2021. I think everybody should really invest in liquid soap. Do not have guests come over to your house and have to use that same bar that you probably are washing your ass with. That's not nice to be putting that up there like that. I'm just saying it's not. But
it's not. It's really not.
That bothers me so bad. So crazy Cousins edition when it comes to burning questions. Do you know anybody who uses their children as a pawn and try to get back at the woman, or men who are just trifling and nasty as well? Because I'm blaming it on one, I'm gonna blame it on the other, who turns around and says, no, I'm not giving you any money. I ain't offering you any support. I ain't babysitting nothing. Like, how you gonna babysit your own kids? But I'm not watching the kids unless you are giving me something as well. So what am I getting out of the deal? And then the second one was, can I have some off of your plate? Do you share when you go on dates? Is someone allowed to just pick off of your plate and do whatever? And also, here's another thing. At what point do you allow somebody to do that? Of course, I don't believe you would do that when you first start dating. Does it take a little bit before you say, okay, I've been on like 3 or 4 dates with you. You can pick something off of my plate. What are some things that you will share and not share? So excuse me. Desiree said, not sharing any toothpaste, not sharing any bar soaps at all. I am not sharing anything, period. When it comes to my food, please don't ask for anything at all. At all. I want it all to myself. And definitely not sharing any drinks. And Aisha says, you cannot take anything out of my pizza box at all. So, and then the last burning question, does a male or female control who makes the boy or the girl? Or is it up to God and the universe as far as what happens? So there you go. We got through the burning questions, the crazy cousins edition. And my special guest, are you still out there? Did I lose you?
I'm still here.
All right. So we got to get out of here now. But I thank you so much for coming on. And I want you to go ahead and let everyone know once again, you are calling from probably the sunny, beautiful South Carolina. So Miss Aisha, and your business is Exquisite Luxe Extensions. So take us on out of here.
Well, thank you for having me on. And I am calling from South Carolina, and my business is Exquisite Luxe Extension. Once again, my DMs are open, or you can text the hairline at 803-468-0558 with all of your questions. I'll be more than happy to help you.
Thank you so much. You are so professional. You have a wonderful voice. You are ready. You are doing big things. You are all set and ready. So definitely would love you to come back on a 411 podcast. And again, hopefully I will be speaking to you sometime November, December.
Sure. Well, thanks for having me on, and I will let my friends know about your podcast.
Thank you so much. Take care. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So that was Alon. Aisha, beautiful person, beautiful spirit. Y'all go ahead and support her. Ladies, if you want to get your wigs done, get it together, reach out to Miss Aisha. So now I want to thank each and every one of y'all out there for supporting the 411 podcast and Reading Between the Wines. So if you like to support, go ahead and click that link above. All of my social media platforms, I had to sit back and I had to think about all of the stuff that I got myself wrapped up into, and I'm just so grateful and so thankful. But if you go ahead and shop out of the Black Diamond, that will help support and keep everything rocking and rolling here. Tomorrow's guest, Platinum Eye Candy, and of course Wednesday we getting ready to get with the crazy whiskey drinking, crazy thinking, shit talking, and I ain't walking. Miss, it's all in the cars with Kathy. And Tommy Cologne will be our guest on Reading Between the Wines. Definitely confirmed. So he is excited and ready to go. Thursday, we have Dr. Diasia Andrews. And Friday, I can't wait till Friday, author A.A. Lewis. We definitely have some great times. She was on Reading Between the Wines, but we're getting ready to open up and let loose on Friday on the 411. And Saturday, we have Demi Mixon coming in the building. So I'd like to give a special shout out and thanks to my executive producer, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for allowing me to come out here and give y'all the 411 podcast one more time in life. I'm telling you, y'all have no idea. So I want to leave y'all with, the message of getting in the way and overthinking. So hold on a minute. I got to take a drink here. Getting in the way and overthinking. So, I talked about playing those broken records, and that's exactly what happened. I've realized that, stuff's going to happen, but you don't have to play those records over and over and over again. And when you do play them, why do you play them so long? Like, okay, you're getting in the way, Laren. I don't know how many times you have to sit here and go through this whole routine journey. Here you are seeking something that has tore you down the most. You looking in all the wrong places when you need to be looking in the mirror. I take my eye off of that mirror and I'm looking around and I'm turning around and I'm looking in somebody else's face. And I'm looking in other people's faces. And that is the one thing that has been my weakness. And that has been the one thing that has torn me down. And that has been the one thing that has just had me jacked up all this time in my life. I don't care how long it is. We can take it all the way back to, when I was in Nottingham High School, 16 years old, trying to find my way, that little, quiet, shy person breaking out, listening to that MJB Share My World album. Let's take it back to then when I had so many insecurities and turning around and looking into everybody else's face instead of worrying about me. So the one thing that messes me up, I'm still sitting here searching and looking for. And it's like, how many times are you going to understand and stop playing that same broken ass record? Who cares that this person don't pick up their phone and call? Who cares that this person ain't checking for you? Who cares that this person shut that door? By you getting in your way, standing up, thinking that you're going to sit here and tell somebody what to do, try to tell this person what to do, try to teach this person, try to mold this person, try to bend this person. I'm sitting here getting in front of the process. It's meant to happen. That door is meant to shut. This person is meant to piss me off. I'm meant to sit in myself and just deal with whatever I got going on. I'm not supposed to go in here and manipulate and turn around and try to mold things and change things and make it work my way. The more that I continue to manipulate things, the longer that it's going to take for the right situation and the right door to open. Stop playing these stupid ass broken records. When are you going to get it together? And think about you sitting here looking in all over the place, just looking everywhere, looking for something when you should be looking within self. Okay. How many times did this person let you down? How many times did that person let you down? How many times did this person take something from you that wasn't theirs? How many times did that person sit here and turn around and give you their ass to kiss? But who was sitting there rocking with you, holding you down, saying, I got you? So I have to remember who was sitting there when didn't nobody pick up the phone and call you? Who was sitting there when you were running around chasing people and chasing yourself down? Who never let you down, Laren? Get it together. Stop playing these same broken records. You got shit to do. Get up off of your ass. Stop feeling sorry for yourself and make it happen. So I don't know. This is the conversations that I had with myself. Hopefully the conversations that I had with myself will eventually go ahead and help you. I had to get my ass up in 2019 and make a decision. What are you going to be? You still going to be running around here cussing people out and looking at people sideways and making every little situation that ain't got shit to do with you yours? Or are you going to sit back, mind your business, get it together, and start to get your life together? Which one's it going to be? You want to live or you want to die? And that's basically what it was. Because you keep running around here putting everybody else's problems on your heart and on your soul. Oh, you definitely will be 6 feet under, because those MFers ain't giving a shit about what's going on in their life. But you want to be the fool to sit here and worry about what somebody else got going on. They don't care nothing about you today or tomorrow, whether you drop dead today or tomorrow. They still gonna find somebody to replace you. They still gonna find somebody to be all booed up with and hugged up with. You ain't this and you ain't that. So whatever it is to them, it is what it is to them. You better know who you are. You might not be it to them, but you better know who you are. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get up off, but this is what I had to do. I still have work to do. You ain't getting nowhere yet. I got to check myself. You didn't get anywhere yet. You still got work to do. So let's get it together. And maybe y'all could get it together with me. I'm just saying, but I had to get with myself. And at the end of the day, who cares what these people say or do? They're going to talk about you. They're going to say whatever they have to say about you. Who cares? Okay, so you ain't got no money. You ain't got no car. You lost your job. The boyfriend cheated on you. That's all part of the process. And who cares what someone's going to say about you? Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel sorry. Get up off your ass and keep rocking and keep rolling. Yeah, so what? So what you did. But you're not stuck there. And don't let nobody keep you there. It's all a part of the process. Stop trying to manipulate things. Don't call them anymore. You ain't got no business calling. She walked out a long time ago. Stop. Oh, you just gonna let him or her come over and talk to you and disrespect you however it is gonna be. And they continue to keep getting away with it. Instead of you just putting your foot down and saying, maybe this is actually what he's trying to teach me and tell me to do. Like, I got so many things that I need to do here. You got to get it together. You're in front of your own way. You are blocking your own destiny. I'm not worried about nobody else doing anything to me. I'm worried about doing shit to myself. I got to get right with myself. All my life, I've been my own worst enemy. And I need to stop that. So anyway, we're going to get on up out of here. Thank you all so much for joining in on a 411 podcast. Of course, we got Platinum Eye Candy coming in tomorrow. More beautiful business owners right here on the 411 podcast, getting together, giving you all some great value. Thank you so much. Take care. See y'all tomorrow.
Thanks for supporting the 411 podcast featuring special guest Aisha. Please follow, like, comment, share, and subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube at Laren Gaines. Text Laren at 609-738-0611. Please join us tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, featuring special guest Platinum Eye Candy. Set your reminders. Thank you. Good night.
Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all so much. From the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate y'all for coming in here. Whatever single like, comment, share, please know that I try my best to pay attention to every single person out there, because there was a time when there was nobody out there. So thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful night. See you tomorrow. Good night, SOS. See y'all. Good night. Take care.